folks. What's up, Hayden? What's up, Papa Smurf? He's just a little later to want to talk over story. Ah, you're good, man. You're good. It'll be a nice short one tonight anyway, and then join you back on the trails afterwards. But how you going? How you going? How you fellas doing? You guys all have a good weekend. Music down a little bit so you can hear me better. No, make sure y'all can definitely hear me. Weekend ain't over. Labor Day weekend, 3 days. Woo! Yeah, man. That's true. That's true, man. So true. Well, I hope you guys are having a good Labor Day weekend. We're just having like barbecues or whatever and all that good stuff. Family get-togethers and whatnot and all that good stuff. the spirit of telling the story here. It's a short one, but it's a cool one. And we're up here for a reason, instead of down by the campfire. So, and Hayden, if you've done any exploring around the map in Red Dead Redemption 2, I get it, dude. No worries. You don't gotta say you're bad playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I get it. It's so easy to get too much into it, but if you've done any exploring around the world, you might know why tonight's story has us up here, underneath this ridge on Mount Shane. Papa Smurf might even have a guess as to why we're right here, because I'm sure he knows. He might know why we're up here for this particular story. Anybody that's chilling in chat wanna guess why we're up here for the story? Yes, no, maybe so. So I know when I got into the story for the first time, Hayden, and I was like really, really into it, as soon as they let me loose, was running all over the map. And I found this spot, and I always thought it was really cool. Of like the 2 or 3 points of interest on top of this mountain. Oh, Revna might know. Howdy, Revna. Howdy, howdy. Sleeper wants to know why we're up here. Sleeper's like, dude, it's cold up here. What are we doing? Wonder if I could get the camp to set up in that spot while I'm up here too. It might end up setting up down in there somewhere though, in the valley. Yeah, as it did, but that's fine. We'll go down there. We can make our way down there after we check out the spot up here. Said it's like one of like 2 or 3 POIs up here. I wish I could do like a poll in chat. I know you can. Somehow, but It is pretty up here though, dang. Like looking at some of those views. And chat here, dang. Speaking of ravens. Orioles. Mount Shan reportedly a stronghold or enough. Yeah. Lots of mysterious things happen there. Yeah, Papa knows. Papa knows too. He said the biblical name for the thing from the story. Caves have strange properties too. Some reports. Also, dude, you know, Papa, the first time I was up here on Mount Shan, I think I was like chilling either like right in this area, like looking out that way, and it was the first time I'd saw a UFO. I was like up here looking out that way, and I didn't even have my binoculars. I was just like looking over that way, and it was like, I think over in this like kind of general area, like right in here somewhere. Or it was over on that ridge, I can't remember. But I know that it like shows up on that the other side of that ridge and all that stuff. The UFO. And I think Mount Shasta in real life has is this like Mount Shan is like the you know, the game equivalent of Mount Shasta, because I'm pretty sure Mount Shasta is a real mountain somewhere that is reportedly a stronghold. Supposedly enemies of the Atlanteans. I know, man. Well, all that like Epic of Gilgamesh stuff and all that like all that really like ancient, like older text stuff. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in it. And it's kind of weird, like across cultures, that stuff exists, you know. Yeah, Shasta. Yep. Similar stuff. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I don't know. I always found that stuff particularly interesting too. That's why like a lot of that stuff that I ended up like studying in school and outside of school, like, extracurricular studies, was always that kind of stuff, man. Like I was always into that kind of stuff, and I loved it. I still like it to this day. It's cool. I like talking about it. That's why I thought tonight's story would be really cool, because it's a little bit of a combination of like the native stuff from the Iroquois tribe, or the Confederacy rather. There's particularly a legend that the Mohawk, or the people of the Flint, kind of held close, I guess, a little bit. Everybody's got a Skunny Wundy in their tribe. Or they've met someone like that before, but nice. Fetters is back. But yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll kind of start do a little bit talking about it a little bit before I break into the story, and then we'll make our way down to the campfire and tell the story. First UFO use, I was at the Heaven's Gate cold cabin. Yeah, see, and that's the direction that I saw it while I was sitting up here. Like it definitely like was higher, like high up in the sky. It was clear and easy to make out. And I don't know if I was chilling on this part or if I was a little bit higher up, like over on that ridge right there. But I was definitely looking that direction where that like Heaven's Gate, quote unquote Heaven's Gate cold like cabin is. Where they're like all in bunk beds and wearing the same shoes and all that good stuff. Yeah, so anyway, for anyone that is particularly like fond of exploring the map, this was one of the cooler spots that I ended up coming. I don't know what it is about like when I'm in a map or something like that. I think it's just because it's like, you know, high up, overlooks everything. You get to get like kind of like almost a bird's eye view. But I like getting up high and like looking around. It's cool. And then kind of exploring things like, for, you know, like, oh, that looks interesting, oh, that looks interesting, oh, look, that's black water over there, you know what I mean, like that way. But when I did come up here, I came across this over here. The remains of the giant. It's got, you know, a big, like, pine tree with big spikes driven into it. Turned into a club, like giants use, or the Nephilim, which is like the Christian name for it, like what you're talking about. There, Papa Smurf. Got, you know, remains of another person back there, and I think it's supposed to be like a pelt of like a bison. A big bison, because it's kind of like the American reference, you know, the Indo-European American reference to Paul Bunyan. There's like the ox's head in the blue. So yeah, that's the reason we're up here, because the legend we're going to talk about is the like Native American legend of Skunny Wundy and the stone coats, or the flint coats, or the stone giants. And I find it fitting that they put him up here in the game, in the big mountain, you know. It's fitting. So yeah, that's kind of the part we'll be talking about. Panoramic map in the story guides you to where you can stand to spot the UFO from Shan. Ah, okay. So I just found it by, like, you know, happenstance. I probably like found the map beforehand and then like came here and saw it. That's interesting. Okay. See, I didn't even realize that, Papa. So yeah, that's why we're up here. We're up here by the giant's remains. And I wish that like you'd be able to interact with the one that's like in the cave, like over that you can talk to in the game. The one that like the birds trigger you to like follow them over there. Yep, big guy fits right in on Shan, right? Yeah, with all that like kind of lore and myth and legend and stuff like that. So yeah, the legend of Skunny Wundy and the stone giant is one that's like part of a bunch of different like myths and sort of legends that are kind of meant to be like, you know, like morals or fables, kind of like tales, you know, that Native Americans sort of told to each other. Cave giant. Yeah, the one over in the more eastern side of the map in the north. It's like in between that like outpost thing, the overlook. And like here. And that like witch's cauldron thing there. Definitely some kind of like healer's hut thing. But yeah, no, I thought it would be a fitting place to start off. We'll ride down to the camp and talk a little bit about giants and all that cool stuff on the way down, you know? I like I said, I've always liked that stuff. It's always interested me. Atlantis and giants and aliens and UFOs and mountains are always associated with mysterious things and like, you know, legends and ghost stories and tales and hauntings and stuff like that, because you know they've always just had that kind of sort of like mysterious, like esoteric energy to them. Maybe just because they're so big. I don't know. It's also why I like to use some of that. You're in game? Cool, man. You're welcome to join me by the fire. I'm camped out down in Big Valley here. I'm just making my way down to the bottom of Shan here. I think I'm like right by Hanging Dog Ranch. Be able to find me pretty easy. I could also start the posse up too. Reform it. That way you can join it. I could send you an invite to it as well. That way you definitely got it. If you want to join in, come sit by the fireman. Like I said, you're more than welcome to. Also, like I said too, because it's a moral or fable type story, it's a little bit short, so I kind of wanted to go a little bit short because the last one was like really long, had lots of like typos in it. I didn't like fully proofread it beforehand. This one I made sure though. I even edited this one a little bit just because there was some stuff like left out of it from like native, like retelling it in English. A lot of like sort of similar to how like Vikings like to do, you know, rhyming type poetry and stuff like that, back and forth. I can't remember the word they use for it that they would say to each other, but it's like a very specific word, but natives would also do this similar stuff with their stories, like rhyming and, you know, their language. And when they would take a lot of their stories that were always you know, told verbally, spoken, not written down, recorded that way, and told like orally throughout history. When they would take it and translate it for like museums and, you know, educational purposes and stuff like that, in modern times they would try to keep some of that stuff, like the rhyming and stuff like that, and then, you know, so like one particular telling of it, or recording of it, I guess rather, on the internet, just had left some of that stuff out, so I kind of brought a little bit of it back to it. Not too much where it's like, you know, goofy or anything, but fits kind of well with it. But yeah, I'm right over by Madame News here. Madame Nazar. said, man, come on in, sit on down by the fire. Just making my way over there a little bit slow. Because it is, like I said, it's a short story. Stretch out a little bit by riding, starting up there, riding down, talking about that stuff. Where the hell? It moved. It was here. It moved over to Cattail Pond. That's fine. We can ride over to Cattail Pond. That's not that far from here. I don't know where you're at. Oh, you're a decent way. You could hit that fast travel to meet me at the camp if you want to, Papa. I'm just gonna hoof it, literally. Go across the valley here. Get down to camp that way. I wonder why it moved on me. Copy, copy. I'll meet you there then. We'll need some more of them. Awesome, though. It's a good thing that you're fast traveling, man. Awesome, lots of wolves out tonight. Oh, dog, run, doggy. Run, doggy, run. Those were big dogs, big scary dogs. Got a nice stew made up. Oh, nice, dude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Slim. Can't wait to have some of that stew when I get there. Should be there shortly. Come riding up the trail to it now. Might be running into some moonshiner guys on the way. I think Sleeper just slowed up for that. It's usually the only reason he does that. When you're in cinematic mode and you're just riding along, like suddenly you'll stop up, and it's usually if there is some stuff in the way, but I guess not. I'm already here. Nice. Tiny little spot here, and Cattail Pond. It's a nice little spot. Venison mushroom. Nice. up. Caught up on the... Have me some of this steel here. Yeah, I think I'll switch my shirt up too real quick. Hey, puppy. Such a small camp, it even has like the campfire all the way back out here. Alright, alright. Bring the music down a little bit. Pull up the story here. Whoa. I forgot we were doing this on the holiday weekend, basically, but that's all good. There it is. Just trying to pull it up. Okay. Alright. Sun's coming up now too. There's Smurf. Alright. Get telling the story here. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, tonight's story is the one about Skunny Wundy and the Stone Giant. So, Skunny Wundy, which kind of just means cross the creek, was an average man in every way. He wasn't very big and he wasn't very small, only standing out by boasting about himself all the time. For this and more, everyone knew him well as you. as he was always interrupting others' conversations, only to brag about his own great bravery. Skunny Wundy would muse about all the courageous things he had done and all the things he had won. So much so, he would boast and boast until people begged him to stop. There was only one thing he loved more than bragging, and that was playing tricks. Near Skunny Wundy's village there were numerous terrible creatures, monster bears, flying heads, rolling heads, horned serpents, aquatic beasts that would grab passerby, and the most frightening of all, giants made of rock. One day, after a particularly unbelievable boast, the old chief challenged him. "Are you not even afraid of the Flint coats?" Skunny Wundy laughed. "I'll destroy any stone giant that dares to fight me. There's no warrior greater than I." If, slowly and quietly, everyone snuck away, leaving him standing alone, shaking his stone hatchet, pacing back and forth, boasting wildly. The people soon gathered in the council house. They all gathered to discuss Skunny Wundy. Secretly, they discussed sending the man out of the village and on a mission. Led by the chief, one by one, the people returned, gathering smugly around the proud maid. Smiling, he said, "Skunny Wundy, rejoice, we have decided to give you a chance to prove your bravery." Skunny Wundy paused and, looking around, feeling everyone's eyes on him, he said, "Ah, that's very good," he stuttered, "but what do you mean?" "We have decided," said the old man with a slight smile, "to allow you to fight the Flint coats." "Oh," he paused. That's good, but how can I find the stone giants? Why, they might even flee when they see me coming." "Don't worry," said the chief, assured, grinning. "A large stone giant stands on the other side of the river, right now, waiting for you. We sent a messenger to tell him that he should run away before the mighty warriors Skunny Wundy came to destroy him. That made him so angry that he swore to stay there until you arrived." Skunny became noticeably frightened, but he knew that if he didn't face the monster, he would be the laughingstock forever. Standing tall, he exclaimed, "That's good, I'll go fight it now." He made a big show of walking quickly out the village, but slowed once he was outside of its boundaries. Thinking deeply about how he would defeat such a creature, if he threw rocks at the monster, they would bounce harmlessly off of him. If he shot arrows at the beast, they would snap like blades of dry grass right upon contact. However, he knew they weren't very smart, so he decided to try and trick one instead. Nearing the river, Skunny heard a loud, formidable sound like the beating of a giant drum, or the roaring of a great storm coming from within the forest. Skunny Wundy inched closer, peeking out from behind a tree. In the distant clearing, he saw what he was afraid to see. The largest, ugliest, angriest stone giant imaginable. The creature had pulled a giant pine from the soil and was tapping it irritably on the ground. As it slammed the tree down, it bellowed a terrible war song. Skunny Wundy turned around, tiptoeing away. "Huh? Who is over there? Are you Skunny Wundy, the one who says they can destroy me?" He paused. "Yes," he shouted with a false bravado, stepping out from behind. I am he, and it is true that I can destroy you. Come over here and fight me." The stone giant waded into the river, holding the pine like a club. The water was deep, and before he was halfway across, he disappeared under the surface. Skunny Wundy ran upstream, where the river was shallow, and crossed before the creature resurfaced. The giant's head popped out of the water. "Huh, where's Skunny Wundy?" "Here I am," called Skunny Wundy from the other side of the river. The stone giant faced him, growling. "Why did you go over there?" "Over where?" Skunny Wundy answered innocently. "I'm still waiting for you. You must have gotten turned around while you were underwater. If you aren't afraid of me, come over here and fight." Roaring with anger, the stone giant rushed into the river, disappearing almost immediately. Skunny dashed along the shallow path, dropping his stone hatchet as he ran. When the giant reached the bank, he didn't see Skunny, but his hatchet. What is this? The giant bellowed. It must be a toy. It raised the hatchet to its face, licked the edge, testing it. Then it struck it against a boulder to test its strength. To the giant's surprise, the boulder split right clean in two. Skunny Wundy watched from the other side. He had always heard that anything touched by a giant's saliva would become magical, but he never believed it would be true. Skunny laughed, shouting and waving his arms. "Come over here and bring my hatchet so I can cut your head off with it." The creature felt fear in its cold stone heart for the first time in a long time. If the man's little hatchet could split large rocks in two, he was surely strong enough to destroy him. "No," the giant pleaded. "Don't kill me. Great warrior, let me go and I will make sure none of my people ever come near your village ever again." Skunny pretended to ponder the agreement, eventually nodding his head in acceptance. "That's fine. You can go with your life, but always remember Skunny Wundy, the greatest warrior." The stonecoat hurried away, leaving Skunny Wundy's hatchet on the riverbank. As soon as the beast was out of sight, he crossed the river, retrieved his weapon, exclaimed to himself, "The village will be so excited to hear this story." And that's the tale of the Iroquois legend of Skunny Wundy, Stone Giant. I think you might have put a little too much mushroom in the pot there. I blame Crips and Harriet for the shrooms. Yeah, right. It's all their fault. Alright. That was that. That was the story. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh my goodness. The poor wolf with the cone on, just trying to run into everything, destroy everything, because she wants the cone off. She can't. Can't, dude. Not all the way healed up yet. It's almost there, but you're not all the way. Almost, but not all the way. No, no jumping. No jumping. Stop it. And you no jumping on top of her either, Fenrir. Big goof. 100-pound chungus. You're a monster. You don't even know it. You got a puppy face, always. Big oaf. Ah! Next time remind Crips he needs to shut up during story time. Can't get your scratching with a cone on. Oh yeah, no, tell me about it. And when I take it off, she's like trying to catch up on ear scratches, man. She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Oh, Lucy. You're a crazy wolf. I'm gonna try to take her out, and I'll rejoin back here with you, Papa. Probably not at this camp, unless it does respawn. It might not, though, if you're like chilling by here, but yeah, Crips, he's a problem. He can't help himself but shut up during story time. I was thinking about even like staying up on the hill, and I've also been thinking about like getting into a session like this and finding a camp that has people at it, and then, you know, like I would have like enemy NPCs at it and like taking over because there's no crypts there. And as long as I stay chilling at the fire there, none of the stuff will like despawn, you know, so it'd be cool to sit at a campfire that doesn't have crypts' loud ass yapping in the background. Dinner around the wilderness camp equals no crypts. Does that pop up like a fire and everything though too? Because I've never even used that, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, your ears all warm too. Probably from you scratching it like a maniac when you have the cone off, you crazy. Okay. Was it just like a fire in a random, like wherever you set it down kind of thing? Because I like the scenery too, the other like random camps you can encounter. That's the other thing I was thinking about too. When you're like roaming around, you encounter like a random camp. Like there was one time when you guys were all camped out in just a fire, yeah. When you guys were all camped out down, like I joined you, Demo, and Bikini. I think the three you guys were on, and I came on. It was like late, and I think you guys had Bikini's camp set up at the spot where the gang camps in Rhodes, and I was like, oh, that's a badass spot. And like on my way there, the trail that leads there from like the just up from the coast had like a camp of raiders chilling at it, and I was like, that's actually a really cool like little secondary like camping spot that's outside of the main one. Like almost wish I could just like chill here. And I did sit down for a while just like in hopes that you guys like coming and finding it and being like, oh look, there's like a little camp set up here and everything. Yeah, Clemens Point. Yep. There's a little, like, if you follow the trail, like, out of there to the left, sometimes there's, like, a little camp of raiders set up right there. Yeah. Okay. You just fast traveled with it? Oh, when you set it up, it probably set it up across the way there. I see. Go over there. Wilderness camp. I just scared all the ducks out of the water by yelling that. Just kidding. Just by running by them, but that's cool. It even like showed me a little smoky thing at the front of it too. Yeah, if you have that unlocked. Yeah, I heard you and Bikini talking about that. Ah, lame. That's alright. I gotta restart the stream and stuff anyway, and then you can close out of the new stream after you come say hello or whatever. And then you don't gotta run it in the background or whatever, unless you're like running it on your phone or something. But yeah, like I said, that was a short, sweet little myth legend thing, so. I don't know how long we were going for. Probably not even that long. I'm just about to hit the hour. Oh, Redna, you didn't have to do that. So yeah, if you guys, get a nice little view of the mountain before I log out of here, a little mountainside. I also love this area right here too, like just south of Cattail Pond. It's probably one of my favorite spots. It's the spot where they all ride in over that ridge, like right there, and then come down over there. Then they park their horses, and then they like look at the train tracks that they're about to set dynamite on because they think they're gonna blow it. And then Bill / Arthur kind of miff it, like completely just mess it up. And then they have to like jump and run around the thing. Well, I don't know. I don't think it did. I think the internet was kind of junky there for a second. I was kind of staring straight at the rock. So I was kind of typing out the thing that I typed in chat there, but I don't think it crashed. But and then they end up having to go run and jump and get the train, try to catch it before it goes off the track, or before it goes off the track, before it gets away or whatever. But yeah, we should still be up and running, Papa. I know sometimes I have to like restart YouTube, or I have to restart the stream sometimes myself. But you know, I like this area a lot. It's like a cool little traillet, like I said, that runs down that way. Sometimes too, you can get your camp to set up like just down in there, and it's pretty cool because there's like a little couple little ledges down there that look really cool. You can kind of stand and look off of. This panorama cooking, but yeah. So yeah, man. Thank you guys for hanging with me and listening to me tell my tale. And Papa, I'll see you in a little bit. Back out on the trails and do some riding around for a little bit before we get in the mood of doing some bounties and I don't know, do some hunting and fishing or something. Refill the wagon, you know. But take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button, share it out, subscribe if you aren't already, join the Discord if you aren't in there already, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you, Papa. I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you in the voice chat, and then I'll see you out on the trails, partner. You take care, ghosts. Be good to each other. Be safe out there.